we do something different? Because this is what your girl does. I mean, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Everybody's talking about, depression and everything, and just on a regular scale. But can we talk about it different? Can you hit it from a different angle? That is what your girl does. I'm hitting it from a different angle, honey. Any and every time I'm doing something, I am being the most creative, how God has given it to me. How can I do this different? How can I bring this to the people? That is what your girl does. Stick with me. Honey, like, share, subscribe, boo. Because when I'm giving this good information, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. Yeah, I said it was a community builder. It is. I didn't just make this up. I took a test, y'all. This is what it is. It's me down to the core of who I am. Yes, I want to give. I'm living for the people. I'm living, not living for the weekend. Like the OJ's not living for the weekend. Okay, no. I'm living for the people. That's you, boo. That's what your girl does. Because, I didn't know that depression was I didn't know I was tangling with that depression, honey, for 2 years. I didn't know. I didn't know my score was so high. Severe. I was in the severe range, honey. Going and doing and being. Yeah. So your girl is getting her reach back on. That's what I'm doing, babe. I do this podcast. I go live. I teach. I will come and go to a school. I will come and go to a community event. I will come and go anywhere you want me to come and go, honey, to give this good information because it is so necessary, especially for us. African Americans, honey, people are suffering in silence. The world is suffering in silence, but African Americans are suffering in silence at alarming rates. Suicidal rates are going up since COVID, going up, right? Depression numbers up, anxiety up, panic attacks up. I just talked to a friend of mine the other day. And you know how people are on your spirit, y'all. I just want to tell you, when the Lord give you all those little whispers, your guardian angels, that's what I call them, my little guardian angels. They give me those little whispers, call this, or somebody drops on your spirit. Y'all, it's not a just because. God is not a just because God, right? If somebody is dropping on your spirit, call them. You know what I mean? Stop by, check on them. Take a minute. I know you're busy. I'm busy too. I do the same thing. I know it's a very conscious effort, but do it. Do it anyway, because something is going on. Again, God is not a just because God. They're dropping on your spirit for some reason. So nevertheless, one of my friends was on my mind. I called him the other day, and something told me to just keep calling. I called, it didn't answer. I went by his house. He wasn't there. I left a message. His brother came. I left him a message. And so he ended up calling me back the other day, and I was like, man, I'm so happy you called me. And so we were talking just our regular little talk like we would normally do, right? And then after he was talking, and he said, I've been sick. I haven't been well. And I was like, wow, tell me about it. What happened? The girl's a nurse. I'm a nurse for 22 years. So, that whole assessment and let me, that giver be, that helper be in me, it just pops. It's natural. Just what's going on? Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can think of. Let me see what resource I have in here that I can give you. Let me see what's in the Rolodex. What advice can I give you? Let me see what's going on. So he tells me, they can't figure out he's having these chest pains. He's gone to the doctor. He's been to the emergency room, and he's telling me, he feel like he can't breathe. Yeah. They run all these tests. Everything is negative. When he finished talking and he finished describing, I said, sweetie, you're having panic attacks. What you're describing is a panic attack. It feels like you're having a heart attack. The first time I had one, I thought I was having a heart attack. I couldn't breathe. All of a sudden, I was literally driving. Wasn't nothing seemingly wrong. It wasn't anything like what I was consciously thinking of anything specific, right? But it was something that was kind of subconsciously on my mind. Honey, whether you pull it to the forefront or whether it's in your subconscious, it's in there. So we're going and being and doing and ignoring stuff how we really feel. And our body is responding. The emotions are coming up. They're in there, right? Whether we acknowledge them or not, they're in there. So he says he was driving, and I was driving, and I felt like I was underwater. I couldn't breathe all of a sudden. I felt like, if you ever been in the pool and you right at the end of the brink where it drops, like that feeling where you're like choked up and you're scared. That's what it feels like. If it feels like something is coming and taking your breath away. You can't take deep breaths. Everything is short, right? It feels definitely like you're having a heart attack. And so I said, sweetie, I described it to him. I said, you're having panic attacks. I said, I need you to go to your doctor and have them to test you. And so after I described it, he said, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, I do believe that's what it is because everything is coming back negative. Once they test you, because it is the doctor's job, it is the ER's job to run tests. If you're having chest pain, they're going to check the automatic first thing they're going to do. They're going to check your heart. They're going to run some labs, right? They're going to check to see if you've had a heart attack. There are enzymes in your blood that is going to show up. So they're looking for those enzymes, whether it's passed or not, right? They can see your level is up of this specific enzyme. So the level would be up if it was your heart. So you feeling like you having this heart attack, you go, no enzymes in the blood, right? Your heart is fine, the EKG is normal. Your heart rate might be up a little bit, but that's it. And they send you home. And he's like, man, I know I'm not crazy. Because that's what it feels like, because it comes in waves. It comes at unexpected times. You could be doo-doo-doo, just like I'm talking to you right now, just regular. I'd be driving to work. I would get up and be here and took baby girl to school. I'd be in here getting ready for work. And all of a sudden, I done zoned out. I don't even know. Yeah, yeah. Losing space and time. And you don't even understand. You don't even know, why is it taking me so long to get dressed? Dang, what was I doing? What happened? Lord, am I crazy? You still trying to go and be and do. This is generally after something has happened. Normally, grief, the loss of someone that you love. And for those people that had someone that they were really close to, because people pass away, right? I'm a nurse. I have patients that have passed away. I have patients that have passed away that have been closer to me, that affected me differently than other patients. Oh man, that's sad. Man, I'm really sad for the family. Oh man, you see something. Oh man, that's really sad. But when it's your mom, right? When it's your dad, it's your children, it's your grandmother. Like it was my big mom and my stepfather that raised me. Two very significant people in my life. Yeah, that's going to affect me differently. But we're not taught. We're not taught these things. And so we're still trying to go and be and do and trying to figure out why we can't. And then we're feeling some kind of way about ourselves because we can't go and be and do. Like, what's wrong with me? Why I can't? Well, it's been a month. It's been 2 years. It's been however long since they passed away. What's wrong? People saying, what's wrong with you? Oh, you still talking about that? Oh man, that happened a long time ago. You still worrying about that? How you still? Man, get over it. Is that what people do? Is that what we do? Get over it. Then you feeling some kind of way. I'm trying to get over it. Why can't I just get over it? Because you haven't even acknowledged that you're feeling some kind of way, that there's a problem, that Man, that was my big mama. We had a special relationship. She had an effect on my life. No, we're suppressing. We're holding. That was my dad. He taught me so much, man, the lessons and the blessings. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know. Right? He played a significant role in my life. It wasn't just another person passing away, some random person. Oh, that was my cousin. That was my favorite cousin. That was my big cousin that I looked up to. But do we deal with it? No. And Lord forbid. Don't be a Christian, honey. What? What you mean? What you mean you having depression? God will fix it. Just pray about it. You'll be all right. Is that what we do? But are you all right? And then because you're supposed to be all right, again, we're feeling guilty about not being all right. What does this all have to do with faith? What it has to do with faith for me is I am blessed that I feel like God will lead and guide you to the things that you need to be led and guided to in order for you to heal those broken places, those subconscious strongholds, in order for you to break those chains that are holding you. I feel like God will lead you to the people and the places that you need. Not all because I'm a Christian, I need to just go home and pray. Faith without works is dead, honey. It's nothing. What are you doing to help you navigate? Because I just can't swim in these waters. These waters will swallow you up and Jonah your butt, honey. You be just sitting in the belly of it, just waiting. No, God led me to a great therapist. I prayed the snakes and the being out of my Lord, give me some good people. So everybody that I'm led to, I'm trusting and believing. God is leading me. So God, order my steps. And then I'm trusting and I'm believing. If somebody comes into my life, either they're supposed to deposit something into my life, I'm supposed to deposit something to their life, or it's both. But either way, there's some purpose there. It's not just because.